Okay. Hello, good afternoon, teachers. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Na before tayo mag-start, teachers, can you please let me know no, if my audio and my video is clear? We've been having problems with PLDT as usual. Excuse me, teachers. Okay. So please do let me know in the live chat, teachers, if the audio is clear. You can see me clearly. Hindi masyado naglalag. Although we're expecting, teachers, no, that there would be a little bit of lag all throughout the stream for today, because of PLDT concerns, no. Actually, prior to this, before I open the stream today, no, 5 minutes before I open the stream, my signal has been fluctuating, no, even earlier, no. So please do let us know. Kapag po nawala kami later, don't leave the stream. We'll be back, no. Kasi po kami po yung tipong bumabalik, no. Lagi po namin kayong babalikan. Okay? So yan, maraming salamat po sa mga nag-reply on from our live chat, no, regarding my audio and my video quality. So I hope that it remains the same all throughout our stream, so that mapakinabangan po talaga natin yung session natin for today. Okay, so teachers, welcome to our skills training series number 12. Okay. Comment naman po tayo sa ating live chat kung na-complete ba natin tong yung past 11 sessions natin from the first session ng skills training series, which is nakalimutan ko na kung ano ba yung first session natin, pero number 12 na po ito, no. So kung naka number 12 na po kayo, teachers, maraming salamat po for always being with us today, no, being with us, no, and always being brave in unlearning, learning and relearning things, lalo na po ngayon sa ano natin, no, sa setup natin today, which demands so much upskilling, new tools, new applications, new approaches in education. Okay, so maraming salamat po. Ay, si Sir Louie. Congratulations, Sir Louie. Completed 11 skills training. Number 12 na po ni Sir Louie ngayon. Okay? Sir Louie, i-highlight natin Sir Louie, no? Kasi laging kasama natin si Sir Louie. Yan. Congratulations, Sir Louie. At maraming salamat for always being with us, no? Sir Louie completed 11 skills training. This is already his 12, no? Okay. Sir Brendan, ako Sir Brendan, catch up. Pwede po tayo mag-catch up, no? Lahat po ng skills training natin ay available sa ating YouTube channel, no? Meron tayong playlist doon na you can visit anytime. Although siyempre ang problem lang, teachers, no, yung certification kasi namin ends after 3 days. So yung pong mga past skills training series natin, wala na po siyang certification, no. So but I hope you still try to visit them and try to learn, no. We have like so many tools that we have covered already, no, from G Suite tools to photo editing tools, presentation tools, etc. So medyo madami na po 'yan. Okay? Miss Maria, dali lang po, ibaba ko lang 'tong comment ni Miss Maria, nawala. Miss Maria Johanna Bangkaya. Yung last session po, wala pong certificate akong na-receive. Miss, do email us at Kaagapay Teacher Support, no. Last skills training series, I already processed the certificate, no. The one last Saturday, the technology integration is up for processing today. So today po namin pa-process 'yon, yung technology integration certificate. Yeah. Yes po, Miss Vianney Marie Rapatan. Okay, we'll be giving certificates for today. Ngayon, teachers, bago tayo mag-start, no, let's do our very usual and quick shout out to all of you, no. Please type in your school, your name, kung if you're not using your actual names in your profiles, and we'll do a quick shout out before we start with our session for today. And while we're waiting for you, no, we're waiting for you. We have a very special guest in the live chat. Okay, someone that will be joining us soon as a member, no, of Kaagapay Teacher Support. Excited po ako dito sa nakita ko po yung comment niya, but I won't yet, no, disclose her name. But soon you will meet her. Okay, as a member of Kaagapay Teacher Support. Okay, so we'll be introducing her to you soon. Okay, but she's in the live chat right now, no. No, teachers, no. So let's do a quick shout out. We have from Sir Renz Dave G. Calzada. Okay, Sir Josel Torla from St. Matthew Academy of Cavite. Sir Almario Sanchez from CITU. Pau Mendoza from ICA. We also have Teacher Henley from CITU Cebu. Okay. Renz Dave Calzada from Masad Saduel Elementary School. Glenn Tenefrancia from Cebu. Of course, Sir Louis Jacob 'no, 'yan, as always. Miss Leila Sevilla, naku si Miss Leila busy pa 'yan, ang daming ginagawa niyan pero nandito na naman sa ating live stream. Miss Leila, tamang-tama po 'yan kasi ito po ang inyong, break 'no, para dun sa lahat ng mga documents na ginagawa niyo, okay? Teacher Janelle Gloria from Golden Success College, Cebu City. Uh, Michelle Ann Lial from Division of Nueva Ecija. Chris Nelson from Tibagan High School 'no, kilalang-kilala ko 'tong Tibagan High School na 'to kasi, isa 'to sa mga unang nagtiwala sa'kin 'no, nung nagsa-start pa lang ako sa pagbibigay ng mga trainings, isa ang Tibagan na, National High School 'no. By the way 'no, si Sir Chris Nelson Asino ay isa sa ating mga Google Certified Educators, 'yan. Congratulations Sir Neil 'no, see you in our GCE 2 level 2 training, okay? Cheryl Dulhao Gatal from Great Minds Leadership Academy from Tagbilaran. Naku, ganda diyan sa Tagbilaran. Sana makabalik po kami diyan. Liwayway Cruz, ang bilis sumakyat ng chat natin. Okay. Nawala na si Miss Liwayway Cruz. Ang bilis. Naku. Pasensya na kay teachers 'no. Na-overwhelm ako sa dami ng okay teachers. Babalikan ko mamaya 'no, balikan natin yung mga shout. Although, nandiyan naman na sa chat 'yan 'no, makikita niyo na po natin ang lahat ng mga attendees natin ngayon 'no. Yung pong mga usual natin, pagbigyan ko muna po yung mga bago natin 'no, kasi lagi ko po kayong nasha-shoutout na rin. Okay. So teachers 'no, for today, what we're going to have is, a session on creating interactive video lessons with Edpuzzle. Okay, so two things no. Una-una, bakit namin, dinesign 'tong module na 'to para sa inyo, kasi marami nagre-request about video editing. Kaya lang, ang problema kasi sa video editing teachers, it requires so much technical skills 'no. So for example, gagamit ka ng mga high-end na applications, although alam ko may mga gumagamit ng mga mobile editing tools na puwede naman nating gamitin 'no. Pero still 'no, isa sa mga challenges sa mga teachers natin yung makapag-produce ng mga, interactive video lessons na hindi gano'n kahirap gawin. Eh, kasi siyempre preparation wise ubos na yung oras natin pagdating sa mga documents 'no. Kaya nga si Miss Leila kanina, nag-usap kami kanina na kakaroon kami ng consultations, napakadaming kailangang i-submit, ayusin. Ano 'no, asikasuhing documents ni Miss Leila. So, um, yung pag-aayos pala ng documents teachers 'no, nakakaubos na po ng oras 'yan. So, paano pa tayo magpe-prepare ng video lessons natin para sa ating mga estudyante. Kaya naghanap naman po kami ng paraan 'no, para makagawa tayo ng mga video lessons na hindi gano'n kahirap gawin, okey? Yung tipong, kahit, from beginner 'no, to intermediate to advanced level ang inyong video editing skills, okey? Kayang-kaya niyo pong gamitin itong, tool natin para sa araw na 'to. Plus, okey, meron din kaming sorpresa 'no, para sa ating mga teachers today. Kasi, kinausap namin 'no, naglakas loob kami, okey? At medyo ano po ako 'no, talagang namangha ako kasi nagbaka sakali lang naman ako teachers 'no, nag-message ako sa Edpuzzle, okey? At tinanong ko sila kung puwede ba naming bigyan ng free premium accounts ang 65 actually, 65,000 members ng Kaagapay Teacher Support. So nag-meeting kami teachers 'no, minute nila ako sa Google Meet, nag-usap kami, prinesent ko yung community natin at pumayag sila, okey. So mamaya po teachers, bibigyan namin kayo ng, platform, yung tinatawag nating landing page, okey, kung saan po kayo magre-register para po i-upgrade lahat ng accounts niyo, okey? So, magiging premium accounts po ang inyong mga Edpuzzle accounts pagtatapos po ng session na ito. Yun po ang goal natin. Aside from natuto na kayo about Edpuzzle, magkakaroon pa kayo ng premium accounts after this session, okey? At hindi lang yun ang maganda dito teachers 'no, hindi lang po kayo ang magkakaroon ng premium accounts. Once mag-sign up po kayo at gamitin niyo ang inyong school accounts, okay? For example, yung mga gumagamit ng DepEd QC, gumagamit ng mga DepEd Makati, okay? Kunyari meron po kayong mga sariling, G Suite domains, hindi lang po kayo ang magkakaroon ng premium accounts. Yung buong school niyo po, teachers, magkakaroon ng premium accounts. Okay? So yan ang so pagkatapos ng teachers, nakapag-register po kayo, i-blast niyo na po sa inyong mga Facebook page, sabihan niyo na po lahat ng co-teachers niyo na once mag-sign up sila sa Edpuzzle, naka-premium accounts na rin po sila. So yan po ang ano natin. No? So teachers, tapang lang, okay? Yan ang puhunan natin sa Kaagapay Teacher Support 'no. So tapang talaga para sa mga guro, para mabigay po namin 'no, yung mga ganitong opportunities, sa lahat ng teachers 'no. So as much possible kasi talaga teachers, ayaw namin na nagbabayad po kayo or, gumagastos pa tayo sa mga ganitong klase ng, tools 'no. Kasi naniniwala kami na, unang-una, our jobs 'no deserve much more opportunities like this. Okay, so asahan niyo po teachers na patuloy kami maghahanap ng mga ganitong opportunities 'no. Next po natin, natin, we will try our best yung pong Nearpad naman. Titingnan po natin kung magre-respond si Nearpad sa'tin at makakakuha din tayo ng premium accounts 'no, okey. We will see about that teachers 'no. We will, do our best 'no. No promises yet, but we will always do our best for all of you teachers. Okay, yan. Okay, so teachers, um let's now proceed with our session for today. Let me first introduce to you our speaker for today, no? Okay. Of course, bago lang siya. Okay. So first time natin siyang makakasama dito sa session natin, okay? Sa Kaagapay Teacher Support. Pero hindi po siya bago sa Kaagapay Teacher Support, okay? Bakit ko po nasabi yung teachers? Kasi po ito pong ating speaker 'no, for today, ay nandun po sa Kaagapay Teacher Support since day one. Nung tinayo po natin si Kaagapay Teacher Support, isa po itong, speaker natin sa mga sumuporta, gumabay at talagang nag-promote din po ng page 'no, hanggang sa lumaki na po tayo, 'yan, okey. So, gusto ko po ipakilala sa araw na 'to teachers ang ating speaker 'no, para gabayan po tayo sa paggamit ng, Edpuzzle at paggawa ng mga interactive video lessons. Okay, so let me introduce to you teachers. Our speaker for today will be having Mr. Alwin Reclosado, okay, a faculty of Xavier School, an Edpuzzle certified coach. Okay? One of the few teachers, no? Bago lang po kasi ang certification at isa po si Sir Alwin sa mga certified coach sa Pilipinas. Okay? So Edpuzzle level 2 certification as well. At napakadami pa pong certification na pinagdaanan ng ating coach para sa araw na 'to 'no. Kaya po masasabi ko I'm confident 'no that whatever he will be sharing today is something worthy at talaga pong makakatulong sa ating lahat. Okay, so, 'wag na po nating patagalin teachers at ipakilala na po natin sa araw na 'to ang ating, speaker, okay? Let's all welcome our, speaker for today, Mr. Alwin Reclosado. Hintayin lang natin teachers online. Yan, naka-online na sir, yan. Okay. Good afternoon, Sir Alwin.
Good afternoon, Sir Franco.
Okay naman po sir yung introduction ko 'no, na-build up ko naman ng maayos yung ano natin, session natin for today.
Kabaan ako dun, sir.
So, teachers 'no, let's all welcome, Sir Alwin 'no. May nakita po ako kanina taga Baguio. Okay, si Sir Alwin po ay taga Baguio 'no. Tubong, ano po, Baguio po ito si Sir Alwin, okay. Sir Alwin, bago po tayo mag-start 'no, puwede po ba natin mabigyan ng ating audience ng, konting overview or patikim, ano nga ba ang in store for today? Ano yung mga maaasahan nila at puwede nilang makuha para sa araw na 'to?
Ang pinakamadali pong way to introduce Edpuzzle sa ating lahat ay kung paano tayo mag-edit ng video na napakadali. At tapos, may ibibigay po natin sa mga estudyante natin na napakadali din. So, basta meron po tayong internet, meron po tayong mobile device.
So, Sir Alwin, for a while po 'no, cut ko lang sir. Nagkakaroon
Sige
lang po tayo ng konting feedback. I think it's from the other device. Baka po puwede po ulit nating lagyan ng earphones katulad ng ginawa natin kahapon.
Okay na, sir.
Yan. Okey na, yan. Okay, tuloy na po tayo 'no.
So, mapapadali po ang buhay natin, teachers. Kagaya nyo po, parang yung sinabi kanina ni Sir Franco, nagsimula po tayo sa paghihirap ng pag-i-edit ng video. Gusto natin, may mga gusto tayong ibigay lalo na ngayong online distance learning sa mga estudyante natin. Pero medyo mahirap gumawa. Kaya ito pong Edpuzzle, ating pong pinag-aralan. Una-una, ginawa ko to para parang it's an easier way for me to give give it to the students para mapabilis sa mga estudyante din. Tapos, hanggang eto na nga, pinag-aralan po natin, tapos nag-aral din tayo kung paano gawin ito at pinag-eksperimentohan din natin minsan ng mga estudyante kung okay ba o hindi yung ginagawa natin. Pero so far, so good naman, Sir Franco.
Sir Alwin, tama, no? Pagkakaintindi ko, syempre, gusto ko i-explore ko pa rin lang Edpuzzle, no? Kasi nakilala ko Edpuzzle siguro few years ago, pero syempre hindi ko siya masyadong pinapansin kasi una-una hindi ko naman alam paano gamitin. Pero sir, ano, no? Tama ba ako sa pagkakaintindi ko? Si Edpuzzle ay both an instructional material at pwede rin siyang assessment. So pwede rin siyang gamitin ng mga estudyante natin para mag-perform ng certain tasks or skills, no? Tama po, no? Yun.
Yes,
So
sir.
magagamit din ng mga estudyante natin. So, teachers, no, yan ang ma-expect natin. Siguro po teachers will give you some time, no? Dun sa mga hindi pa po nakakagawa ng kanilang account. Okay? Kung gusto niyo pong gumawa ng account, meron po kami, may ginawa pong video si Sir Alwin, okay, para sa ating lahat, no, para meron tayong pwedeng sundan, okay, na guide, no. Pero kung teachers, kung hindi pa po tayo nakakagawa ng account, okay lang po 'yan. Pwede po tayong manood kasi ito po ay recorded session. Pwede po itong balikan mamaya, bukas, at magpakailanman hangga't buhay po ang channel na 'to. Pwede niyo po itong balik-balikan. Okay? So pwede po tayong mag-take notes muna ngayon, i-absorb muna yung mga tuturo ni Sir Alwin, ta's mag-hands-on po tayo mamaya. Doon po sa mga iba teachers, kung gusto niyo po, naka-create na kayo ng account, meron kayong 2 devices, nakanonood po kayo dito, tapos pwede po kayo magbukas ng Edpuzzle, pwedeng-pwede niyo pong gawin yan, naka-hands-on po tayo kasi si Sir Alwin mamaya ay magbibigay ng demonstration, no, yung talagang pag-upload, pag-annotate ng ating mga videos sa Edpuzzle. Okay? So teachers, bago ko po ibigay ang floor kay Sir Alwin, I'd like to remind everyone to please make sure to answer the evaluation link towards the end of the session. Okay, bakit po? Kasi po, doon po nakasalalay ang inyong certificates. Wala pong evaluation, wala po tayo maibibigay na certificates. No? So I will be giving that at the end of the session. Miss Jonalyn, wala pong registration to, no? Hindi na po kami nagpaparegister kasi open for all naman po ito. Okay? Sir Alwin, will you be sharing your presentation or will I be sharing your presentation?
Sir, I'll be sharing it.
Okay, yan. Okay. Hintayin natin ang presentation ni Sir Alvin. Yan, habang nagsi-set up si Sir Alvin teachers, no? Yan, mag-ano rin tayo ulit ng some shoutout natin to. Si Sir Teacher Sophia. Okay, hello everyone. Mac Leoncito from Sorsogon National High School. Yan. Maraming salamat Miss Rona Mendoza. Ganyan gusto mga attitude, no? Yung kahit ang tagal na sa teaching o kaya bago sa teaching or kahit anong ginagawa, no? Ay tuloy pa rin natututo. No? So excited pa rin si Miss Rona Mendoza sa pagkatuto. No? Sir Joseph Gabriel Educado from Gimbala on Elementary School. Yan. Okay, so teachers, we're ready. Good luck teachers. Enjoy. Good luck Sir Alwin. I'll be at the background if you need me anytime.
Hello, teachers. Good afternoon. Before I start my presentation, I'd like to give a shout out to my former co-teachers from St. Louis School Center from Baguio City. I have seen a while ago, kasama po natin si Miss Bambao, ang coordinator ng MAC sa school na pinanggalingan ko. Tapos kasama din po natin si Miss Sheila. Thank you, Miss. Coordinator ng MAPE TLE. So, ayun. So, what is Edpuzzle? Ako po, pakilala ko po ulit ang sarili ko. Ako po si Alwin. I'm for today, I will be your Edpuzzle coach. So let's make any video our lesson. So for the flow of our discussion today, magsisimula po tayo sa ano po ba ang Edpuzzle? Tapos ano po ang pinagdaanan ko bago ko na-discover ang power ng Edpuzzle. Gaya ng sinabi ni Sir Franco kanina, Edpuzzle has been there. 2016 yata or even before that, meron ng Edpuzzle. Tapos, paano po tayo gagawa ng account sa Edpuzzle? Sa mga hindi pa nakagawa ng account, gagabayan ko po kayo. Tapos, paano po tayo mag-i-edit? Editing and annotation in Edpuzzle. Ito po ang isa sa mga pinakamagandang part ng Edpuzzle for me. Then, how are we going to integrate it with the Google Classroom? Aside from Google Classroom, marami din pong ibang LMS na pwedeng integrate ang Edpuzzle. Then finally, this is an ambitious part of my talk, which is Edpuzzle and the SumR model. So, ito po yung mga ibang naririnig ko sa mga co-teachers ko, even whenever we are having a meeting, not only with my co-teachers actually, pero minsan, sa ibang, nababasa ko din po sa different pages, I have students in my class who are falling behind. What can I do? Especially in this online setup. Isa sa mga gusto nating mga teachers na sana, ito yung literal na wala tayong mapag-iwanan na estudyante. But with the setup, with the limitations na meron tayo today, paano po kaya natin gagawin ito? Next, I can tell if all of my students understood the lesson. Once again, going back to the present context that we have, pandemic ngayon, so paano kaya tayo makaka-reach out, makakagawa ng ibang paraan para mapuntahan or masigurado man natin na natututo ang ating mga students. Some of my students need more time to understand a new topic. Dito po sa akin, dito ko pinaka nagagamit ang Edpuzzle in letting my students understand a new topic at their own pace. And I will be discussing this one, the response to this one further later. My students are visual learners who love YouTube. So, palagi na lang ba tayo magbibigay ng YouTube videos for us to satisfy our visual learners? Or we can do better? I want to use a YouTube video, but it's too long. Parang sabi kanina ni Sir Franco, yung pag-i-edit, minsan yun yung nagpapatagal sa atin. Ito yung minsan ayaw na natin kasi merong ibang YouTube videos, may ibang part doon hindi na natin kailangan. Kung ida-download natin, matatagalan bago tayo makapag-edit. Kaya minsan parang kailangan natin ng superpowers sa pag-i-edit kasi medyo matrabaho. So ano po ang sagot ng Edpuzzle dito? Alamin po natin later. While I'm having a conversation with one of my colleagues, napag-usapan namin ng Edpuzzle and I told her, ba't di mo gamitin ang Edpuzzle? Ang sabi niya, hindi kasi namin nagagamit yan masyado sa English. Pwede din, siguro sa other subjects. Saan ko gagamitin ang Edpuzzle? Tinuturo ko araling panlipunan o kaya wala naman sa YouTube yung mga kailangan ko. Pag-aralan po natin yan mamaya. Matrabaho gumawa at mag-edit ng video. Tamang-tama ito. Talagang napakahirap po. Pati po para sa akin, ito yung isa sa mga limitations na limitation ko po. Hindi po ako ganoon kagaling sa pag-edit ng mga video. Okay, pero maraming salamat sa Edpuzzle. Madali na lang po ito ngayon sa akin. And finally, merong mga nagsasabi na kapag inintroduce ko to, ang sabi, may YouTube naman. Bakit ko pa kailangan ng Edpuzzle? Alaman po natin ang mga sagot dyan mamaya. So, Edpuzzle. Let us make any video your lesson. Bago ko po simulan, I would like to tell you my journey with Edpuzzle. So siguro within this, ilimit na lang po natin this school year. So ngayon nagsimula ang pandemic, ito po ang ginagawa ko sa aking klase. So sasabihin ko sa mga students ko, watch factors for the first time. Kunwari magbibigay ako ng link, tapos may guide questions. Tapos sa LMS po namin, parang ganito ang mangyayari. Nakikita niya yung link, tapos yung guide questions, makikita ng mga estudyante after. So, sure ba ako na pinanood ng mga estudyante yung video? Hindi. Pero may sagot sa discussion board. Tama ba yung sagot? Minsan hindi, minsan tama. Kasi meron na silang prior knowledge sa ganito. Pero, baka may part sa video na yon na mas maganda na since hindi pinanood ng bata yung video, baka hindi niya masagot ng tama yung mga susunod na tanong. So ang sumunod, the next thing that I did, imbes na magbigay na lang ako ng link, ang ginawa ko po, pinoproject ko na, so ini-stream na namin through Zoom yung video na kailangan na mapanood ng mga bata. Pero sure ba ako na nanonood pa rin sila? Or baka nakalagin sila sa Zoom, kasama namin sila sa Zoom, pero naglalaro na pala ng games. So isa yun sa mga question pa rin na parang hindi ako kontento sa ginagawa ko. Until one day, ang isa sa mga co-teachers ko, ginamit niya yung Edpuzzle sa isa sa mga lessons namin. So she introduced this one. Shout out to Miki. Thank you for this. And then, kung mapapansin niyo po dito, meron po tayong teardrops sa baba. So ito po yung mga questions na mas i-discuss ko po mamaya. Pero, ang meron po sa atin dito, shared preview lang ito. So hindi siya naka-integrate sa aming LMS. So hindi ko talaga makikita kung nanood yung mga bata o hindi. Kaya nagbibigay pa kami ng additional instruction kung paano gagawin. Tapos sasabihin pa namin na aside from this, they will take a picture of their output. Medyo matrabaho po kasi after nilang manood nito, magpipicture sila tapos magpapass pa rin sila sa aming sa Schoology, which is our LMS. Then, nag-explore po ako. Dito po ako nagsimula talaga sa aking journey with Edpuzzle kasi parang kulang pa rin, may limitations pa rin yung ganitong style. And then, eto na po ang naging itsura ng LMS namin. Nagkaroon na po ng pagkakaiba nung natutunan ko how to integrate Edpuzzle, how to use Edpuzzle really. So, eto po ang view ng mga estudyante. Tapos, eto ang view ng teacher. So, makikita nyo po, nandito yung pangalan ng student, kung pinanood niya, kung may ano yung grade, kailan niya huling pinanood, and if it were turned in or not. And now, as long as there is a Wi-Fi, as long as there is a mobile device, Edpuzzle is easily accessible to our students. So, basta meron pong cellphone, basta meron po silang any of the gadgets na kailangan, maaari po tayong magbigay ng mga Edpuzzle. And that is my Edpuzzle journey. Now, what is Edpuzzle? Let us now focus on the actual definition of what Edpuzzle is. We say that if we choose any video from YouTube, so sa mga mahilig po sa atin na kumuha ng mga lessons sa YouTube, kagaya ko, we can embed our own assessment questions and track the students' progress. And yes, Edpuzzle is very powerful in this sense. Kung makikita natin, we give our students video lessons. And if we give our students video lessons, and most of the time we get them from YouTube, why not turn this video into a more interactive one, wherein your student can interact with the lesson, wherein your student can interact with the video from YouTube. At the same time, nasagot na po yung ibang questions natin kanina. Nanonood ba yung student ko? Meron pong paraan ng Edpuzzle para sagutin ang tanong na yan. Nakukuha ba ng tama ng student ko yung mga tanong na nilagay ko sa Edpuzzle? Meron pong paraan ng Edpuzzle para sagutin din ang tanong na yan. Because when we talk about Edpuzzle, I am sure, just like me, teachers, Edpuzzle will be your new best friend. Pero sabi nga ni Chris Aquino, because, bakit? Why is it that I am claiming that Edpuzzle as a teacher will be your new best friend? So let me tell you some of the ideas that I have learned from Edpuzzle at kung paano po natin mas mapapalalim ang ating pagkakaintindi sa Edpuzzle. So your students watch the video at their own pace. So for example, I have this. makikita po natin dito yung video na merong open-ended question. And then in this video, the student can rewatch the video bago sagutan kung hindi siya sigurado sa sagot na what type of triangles does the Pythagorean theorem apply to. So there is this element wherein a students can easily rewatch to get the answer to this question. So nagkakaroon po tayo dito ng mastery ng topic. So kung hindi sigurado yung bata, he can rewatch that part kung saan mahahanap yung sagot, and then he can give the answer already. Next, you hold every student accountable. So just like a while ago when I said, hindi ko sure kung nanonood yung student ko ng Edpuzzle, hindi ko sure kung sinasagutan niya talaga yung mga questions. Now, we can see if our students are watching, we can also see and monitor if our students are answering the questions. So just like this, for example, this is from my actual Edpuzzle account. So I have students 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Student 1 didn't watch the video kasi nakalagay sa last watch, never. So, ang gagawin ko po dito, pwede kong kausapin yung bata. I can email him. I can send him a message through our LMS and ask what's happening. How come he didn't watch the video? Then we have student 2 and student 3. Take note, si student 2, pinanood niya lang po ng 50% yung video. And then we have student 4. Si student 4, na-answeran niya yung 50% of the questions, and then napanood niya ng 100% yung video. Anong oras po siya natapos manood? 9:09 a.m. And then, similarly with student 5, he was able to answer 50% of the questions, pero mas maaga po siyang natapos manood. He ended at 9:06. So I have a tracker. So alam na po natin that these students are watching. So siguro dito, I can do something about this one. If most of my students are not getting what I am expecting them to get or learn from the video. And then, they won't be able to skip ahead or open other tabs. Ito po yung isang kagandahan din ng Edpuzzle. Kung titignan po natin sa baba, meron dito yung tier, tapos merong naka-bilog na blue. So you see a blue circle there with the teardrop. I tried pressing that one, pero ang lalabas on my right side, if you could see there, locked. So a student cannot skip the video. So hindi siya manonood kasi ito lang yung gusto kong panoorin, or tapusin ko na lang to and then pretend that I was able to finish it. No, they cannot do it. Or if a student would go to another tab, hindi po magtutuloy ang Edpuzzle. So, magpo-pause ito automatically. And this will be your new best friend because you'll get 100% student participation. How is this? Since you can monitor the progress of your students, and if you are doing this synchronously, makikita mo yung progress ng mga student real time. So you can communicate with them. Or if you are going to give this asynchronously, pwede mo naman sabihin or call the attention of these students who were not able to watch the video. First, you can ask them why. Then, you can discuss it with them kung meron silang naging problema na na-encounter sa panonood ng video. And for us to start learning more about Edpuzzle so that Edpuzzle will become our new best friend, when can we use Edpuzzle? We can use Edpuzzle in class when we give a homework or review. So in class, if, for example, we are in a face-to-face setup already, or whenever we are having our in session or synchronous sessions via uh, different platforms, pwedeng Zoom, pwedeng Google Meet, pwedeng uh, Microsoft Teams. So we can give them individual work. And it could also work for listening comprehension. This one, this will complement your lesson. For example, you want to demonstrate a math problem, meron kang estudyante na nahihirapan sa math, then you can assign a homework, pwede niyang balik-balikan yung video until he gets the mastery. We can introduce grammar and vocabulary, among others, and we can prepare for class discussion. So usually, when we give homeworks in a traditional setup, we give them, for example, read your book or read your module. Pero minsan, there are parts in that module, for example, or there are parts in that book na hindi masyadong maintindihan ng estudyante. Then, what we can do is that we can help them, we can assist them if we give them a homework through Edpuzzle. Because the questions that we may be having or lifted from the book, we can give it or we can put it in the video already. And take note, teachers, when we use Edpuzzle as a homework, see to it that this is not your main discussion. What we can do is that this could be part of your lesson or to complement your lesson. Hindi po natin sabihin, manood ka ng Edpuzzle, sagutan mo to next session. No, what we could do is after letting the students watch the video, then we can address certain problems because Edpuzzle also have analytics. And then we can now proceed for a better discussion the following meeting. Or you have an assessment coming. Meron po silang quiz kinabukasan or quiz next week at gusto natin na mas prepared ang mga estudyante natin. Then, they can use Edpuzzle through by reviewing the key unit concepts, exam, study guides, or you can give your classroom or lab rules. So that is how we can use or when to use Edpuzzle. So technically, all throughout the lesson, we can key in or use Edpuzzle. You want Edpuzzle to introduce your lesson. You want Edpuzzle to serve as a review for your students. You want to help your students who are struggling, then let us complement our lesson with the video lesson from Edpuzzle. So these are just some of the ways wherein we can use Edpuzzle in our classroom. Pero alam ko po, kayong mga teachers, mas creative tayo. Marami tayong ways para magamit ang Edpuzzle sa mga darating na araw. Paano natin mapapakita ang Edpuzzle? So students watch the video individually in the classic mode and they work independently and at their own pace. And it is perfect for rotation stations in Edpuzzle. So usually, sa akin po personally, what I use is that if I have a 1 or 2 minute video, I see to it that I give 2 to 3 minutes allowance per video. Kung 1 minute po yung video or 2 minutes, just like a while ago, I used Edpuzzle in my class for a recall before the long test of my students. I gave a 1 minute and 30 seconds video, but I gave them 5 minutes to watch the video. Bakit? This is the idea that we are letting them do it in their own pace. So that they can go back to certain questions, they can go back to certain ideas na kulang pa sila while they do the review. Or sometimes I give Edpuzzle videos as a homework to my students. So this is actually one of the best ways for us to use Edpuzzle because they can watch individually and they can watch at their own pace. So kung hindi nila matapos yung video ngayon, if it is 6 minutes, don't expect your students to finish it in 6 minutes. Bakit? Kasi po, you are putting their questions. So in 6 minutes, merong 2, 5, 6, 10 questions sa sasagutan ng mga students. So in my case, since I'm teaching math, I also put there some mathematical questions. So hindi ko po i-expect yung mga students ko na after 6 minutes tapos sila lahat. That is the beauty of Edpuzzle, that the students can learn at their own pace. Hindi po sila matatapos ng sabay-sabay. We cannot expect that. Yet, we are letting them work individually. In live mode, you project the video in front of the class, and then if they have a device, then they can use this device in real time. And then you get live feedback to spark in-class discussion. Unfortunately now, with the limitations that we have, I haven't tried the live mode yet. Kasi po, our students, kapag nasa Zoom, when I will be presenting in Zoom, hindi po nila magagamit if hindi po nila ako mapapanood kung nasa Edpuzzle naman sila. So medyo mahirap yung mangyayari doon. So this is better if maybe your streaming platform can do this, can work on this, then it is fine. You can use live mode. But this is more advisable for face-to-face learning. So siguro makikita nyo, if you are going to imagine with me, makikita nyo gaano kakulit in a good way ang mga estudyante kapag nakukuha nila yung tamang sagot. Di ba po? Especially if minsan sanay din kayo sa pagbibigay ng ibang activities just like in Kahoot or sa pagbibigay ng questions sa quizzes, makikita nyo yung gaano kasaya ang mga estudyante na natututo. And we can do this through Edpuzzle as well. Then, what are the types of classes that you can create? Minsan, iisipin natin, I'll work with open class first. Students don't need an account. Ito yung sagot if your students are in grade school and they don't have an email yet. Or if your students don't really have an email kahit high school na sila, kasi we cannot expect everyone na magkaroon na po ng email, we can still use Edpuzzle for them. They don't need an account, and we still see their progress one video at a time. And if you want to give a quick practice, you can do this. And I've seen one of the comments sa Kaagapay Teacher Support. Sabi niya, I want to learn Edpuzzle because I'll be using it for my demonstration. Yes, teacher, you can really use Edpuzzle for your demonstration. And I'm so sure that if you're able to execute Edpuzzle appropriately, then your demo will be perfect. The next, ito po yung mas ginagamit kapag merong account ang buong school. So students need to log in or sign up when we're talking about the classic class. And then we can track the progress of the students across all videos. So makikita po natin yung difference nito sa open class, one video at a time. Sa ating classic class, it is across all videos. So if, for example, you give 6 videos already, so Edpuzzle has a data analytics. So makikita mo dito if your students watch all of your videos or didn't watch at all. And Edpuzzle is really perfect if you cannot live without videos in your lesson. So if in this online setup, medyo mahirap pong mag-demonstrate minsan, for example, science. Kailan natin magagamit ang Edpuzzle sa science? There are a lot of videos from National Geographic. Sa math, marami pong videos sa YouTube, marami ding videos na nasa Edpuzzle community. Kaya magagamit po natin whether you will use it as a classic class or open class. And teachers, ito po yung sinasabi nating sagot, don't reinvent the wheel and save time. So what am I trying to say? We can share. We have used a ready-made lesson from another teacher. If we believe itong video na to, itong trabaho ng teacher na to is good enough for my class, the questions are good enough as well, the way it was presented is good enough, then I can use this video. I can just copy the video and then I can share it to my class. So instead of me doing a video, hindi na po ako gagawa ng video, kokopyahin ko yung ginawa ng teacher kasi it is a community. We are sharing our videos to each other. So pwede po natin gamitin yung gawa ng ibang teachers. No problem with that. You won't have any issue with that. Next, if wala po sa Edpuzzle yung video at meron kang video from YouTube, then there is also a way for us to get a video from YouTube. And actually, most of the videos in Edpuzzle are developed with YouTube. So search any video from YouTube and then just copy the link, then paste it in Edpuzzle. Then you'll get the Edpuzzle, you'll get the YouTube video already. Then next, you can just annotate and then there, give it to your students. You can annotate, you can edit, no problem with that. Then, uploading. So when we upload a video, siguro if you are the type of teacher that you cannot really find what you want from YouTube or you cannot find it in the Edpuzzle community, then you may record your own video and upload your own teaching videos. But this time, it is not just you talking, just like me right now, but in between, you can annotate your video and ask your students questions. And one of the beauty, if you upload your own video, is that aside from your students listening to you, which is more personal, if you forgot something, you can add your own voice as well in Edpuzzle as you edit the video. Hindi mo po kailangang i-edit ulit yung video na ginawa mo in the previous, but you edit it through Edpuzzle. So let's start. Teachers, are you ready to sign up? For those who haven't signed up yet. So let's go. Are you now ready to sign up for an Edpuzzle account? So let's get it started. So go to edpuzzle.com and then click sign up. Then click I am a teacher. And there are two ways to sign up in Edpuzzle. It is better if you have your Google account and just click sign in with Google, or you can also sign up with Edpuzzle. Let's try signing up with Edpuzzle. So type in your name, then your last name, then your email address, then you can make your own password. And if you have a referral code, just type in your referral code here and then click agree. Then once you are there, you can already go to Edpuzzle. So since I have already my Edpuzzle account, so I will just exit this one and I'll go to my Edpuzzle. So I will log in. I'm signing in with Google. So let's check your profile. Just go to your profile first. Then click your name. Then here, let's work with the settings. Support school. So you choose the name of the school. So I'm working in Xavier School, so I have chosen Xavier School. So if your school is already part of the Edpuzzle community, you choose your school. But if your school is not yet part of the Edpuzzle community and you are the first person to be part of the Edpuzzle community, then you may write the name of your school or type the name of your school or your my school. But if you are not working as a teacher at the moment, if you are a private tutor, or if you just want to explore Edpuzzle with us, then type my school and then key in your informations. Once you are done, so take a look at the my subjects and grade levels that you are teaching. So I am teaching grade 7 and grade 8, and I'm teaching math. So I have these two here. You can add as many as you want, and then click Save Changes. Then go back to your email and verify your Edpuzzle account. So teachers, here is the step-by-step process once again. Go to edpuzzle.com, sign up as a teacher, connect your school and department, and follow the tutorial to create your first video lesson. So, before po tayo mag-start, meron po ako mga nakitang, kung meron po kayong questions, magpatuloy rather. Kung meron po kayong mga tanong about setting up with Edpuzzle, you may type them in the chat box. So far, I have seen one question a while ago. Ang basahin ko lang po. If the teacher version and the student version sign up for teacher and student are different. Yes po, ma'am. I'm sorry, hindi ko na po mahanap ulit kung saan ko nakita yung message ninyo. But yes, if you for teachers, syempre po iba po yung powers na maibibigay sa teacher sa paggamit ng Edpuzzle, and then iba po yung powers na mabibigay sa student. So for the teacher, you have all of the things that I am discussing now. You can do all of the things that I am discussing now. And then, there's also a question kung magagawa din po ba ng ang lahat ng dinidiscuss ko sa so far if you have a free account. Yes, sir, you can do it. But kapag meron pong free account, limited po yung video lessons na pwede natin gawin magagawa sa Edpuzzle. That's why, sir, please join us until the end of this discussion para makuha po ninyo mamaya yung link na ibibigay ni Sir Franco para sa ating premium account. And then shout out po pala sa aking classmate sa graduate school, April. Hello. Then shout out to my teachers or professors from School of Teacher Education in University of Baguio. They are here. Shout out to one of my closest friends, Daphne. Hello. So ayun po. So far, paano po magkaroon ng free premium account? Sir Franco will be addressing that later. There's no payment po when you sign up with Edpuzzle. So there's no payment po. It's free. It's actually free with Edpuzzle. So ginawan po ng paraan ni Sir Franco para magkaroon tayo ng free account. So since wala na po yatang question, the referral code, meron po akong binigay, may sample video po akong ginawa kanina. The referral code is there, and maybe Sir Franco can give the link once again. Because I've been receiving notifications from Edpuzzle that a lot of teachers are signing in through the code that I have given as well. Yes, Ma'am Melissa, you have to sign in as a teacher. Iba po ang format or use ng Edpuzzle for students at iba po for teachers. Okay, let's continue, teachers. So take note once again, if you are not yet working as a teacher, if you are a private tutor but you want to use Edpuzzle, ito po yung itatype natin, yung naka-type dito, my school, and then add new school. So when you add new school, all you have to do is type my school ulit. So i-type add new school and then type my school. So ito lang po, your school name will be my school, and then your city or your town, and then click add school. There you have it. Hindi na po natin magiging problema ang sa registration kung ano po yung school natin. So now let's move on with editing and annotation of Edpuzzle videos. So if you have questions, teachers, please let me know as I progress with my discussion with Edpuzzle. I am monitoring the live chat as well. So pwede ko pong sagutin siguro yung mga questions ninyo sa abot ng aking makakaya after uh, the next video that I'm going to present. Now it's time for us to edit and annotate a video. So you see here that I am in my Edpuzzle homepage. And for example, the topic that I'm going to teach is multiplying decimals. So I'll just click this one. And once again, one of the beauty of Edpuzzle is we can use videos of other people already. This time, let us use the video of the version of Jeremy Wilson. So you see here teardrops. These are the ideas that are telling us that there are questions or notes already in this given video, or they were already annotated for us. So let's go and edit this video. So in editing the video, you will see here cut, voiceover, and questions. Just a disclaimer now that when we click voiceover, if this video is from YouTube, you cannot use it. You cannot add voiceover to this one, but instead you can add notes. So let's go to cut first. Take note that this video is 10 minutes and 50 seconds. What if I don't need the entire video for my class? And I don't need the introduction as well. So the first thing that we can do is we can drag. We'll cover about 20. We can drag this part. And what if I don't also need the last part? I can drag it as well. And then I can go to the middle part of the video. If I believe that this part is not that important after watching the video, I can click add cut. And you see now that there is a gap wherein you can drag these parts as well. So if you don't need this part of the video, then drag it. Then drag this part as well. Afterwards, we can check the questions. If we believe that if you want to add questions or double check the questions, then all you have to do is to click. And you will now see the question that was given a while ago. And this is a multiple choice question. You may edit it if you want. If you want to add area, perimeter, if you add another choice here, for example, cube or volume, you can do that. If you don't need it, just click this one. Then click save or click cancel. Then next, what if you want to add a note? So all we have to do is to go to questions. And say, for example, we want to add a note. So we say that perimeter is the distance around the figure. So for example, we want our students to be reminded of the definition of a perimeter. Then we have save. Then if you notice, all of these questions here are multiple choice questions. So usually what we can do in the latter part of this one, what I usually do is I add an open-ended question. And then I'll just say, how confident are you with the topic? And then save. So after this question, then in the last part, you will see the question that we have added, and then just click finish. Now, the editor of this video, as the editor of this video, it is now my version. And take note, a while ago, our video is 10 minutes and 50 seconds. We were able to cut it, and we only have 8 minutes and 9 seconds. So there you have it, teachers. This is for editing and annotating the video. Di po ba napakadali? Unlike sa dati nating ginagawa siguro sa mga pag-edit, kailangan pa nating mag-download ng ibang mga tools sa pag-edit. But this time with Edpuzzle, uh, pwede po tayong mag-edit ng video in a minute or two. Ganun po kabilis ngayon ang pag-edit ng ating video. For grade level po, we can use, for those who are teaching in university or higher ed, meron po doon na nakalagay for 18 and above. So we can use that. Sir, should I ask all my pupils to sign and have an account in Edpuzzle? Then we shall become a community in Edpuzzle. Ma'am, it depends po kung meron pong email yung ating mga students, Ma'am Remedios. If meron na po silang email, then you may do that. But if you're using, for example, you are using LMS, I will be discussing that further later. But for now, nasa ano pa lang po tayo ng sign up as teachers and then sign up, editing and annotating. So, isasagutin ko po ng maayos yan mamaya. So yes po ma'am, if your school is not yet listed in the schools, just add school. So you manually add your school. So tama po yan, Ma'am Maricar. According to Mr. Joseph Educado, galing, done with my very first video editing. Yes sir, congratulations. Welcome to the Edpuzzle community. So far, wala naman po tayo nakikitang other questions. So, magpatuloy po tayo sa ating session.
Let's upload the video in Edpuzzle and then edit the video in Edpuzzle as well. So from your homepage, go to My Content, then Add Content, then upload a video. So you will see here two options. Actually, you may drag and then choose a file if it is from your computer, and then you may just get it from the Google Drive. So I'm choosing an account, and in KTS folder, for example, I want to upload Edpuzzle and Google Classroom integration. I'll click open. Then you will see here it is uploading. Once it is done uploading, in the interest of time, let's move on. Once it is done uploading, go to My Content. In My Content, you scroll down and you will see here the video that you have uploaded. So I'll click it. Then this is the video. If you see, there are no teardrops. There are no editing that happened yet. So I'll click edit. So there, first, you may edit the title. So for example, you saw a while ago, Edpuzzle and GC only. So this, so you can save that. So I just canceled it because I used it already. I have done it already. Then in cutting video, this was shown already in the preview. So if you believe that this video is too long for your class, you may just Google Classroom, drag the sides. Then if you think that this part is not important, then add cut. That's it. Then for questions. So for example, my question is multiple choice. What is this video all about? So Google Classroom, Edpuzzle. Then I may add Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. equation. And this is the correct answer, so I click this one, check, then save. Now you see in this part there is a teardrop already, so it means that your question is seen in this part of the video. Then, for voiceover, from my classes, you will then start recording. So you may want to start it in this put this video recording in the beginning, then start recording, and then once you are done recording, you click finish. Now this is the edited video that we had already. You can now assign this one, share it as preview, or assign it immediately in your Google Classroom.
So there, teachers, that is on uploading and editing your own video. So if it is your own video, then you can add voiceover, provided that it is directly uploaded in Edpuzzle. So may tanong pa po ba tayo? So far, if it is open-ended question po, your students will answer your questions. It is like somewhat pwedeng essay, pwedeng with the limited number of characters. And then, makikita nyo po yung mga sagot ng mga estudyante ninyo. So the referral code will be given by Sir Franco later. So nakapost na po sa atin yung referral code. It is HJ0F7C. That is the referral code. That is my referral code. Before I continue, siguro pa-shout out po ulit. Shout out po sa aming department chair sa Xavier School. Miss Aida, hello. Thank you for letting me and supporting me in this endeavor. And shout out to to the members of my department. So, may tanong po ba tayo? So far, I don't see any questions yet. So maybe I can continue with the discussion. So teachers, are you using Google Classroom? Sir Giovanni, yes, as long as we are in Edpuzzle, we can edit using our mobile phones. Yung referral code po magagamit po natin if you sign up with Edpuzzle. So yung Edpuzzle po, hindi Google account ang gagamitin, but Edpuzzle, then you can use it. Thank you, Ma'am Remedios. Yes po, please do try and use it. And then afterwards, please let us know kung paano po yung improvement ng ating lesson. Actually, Sir Joseph, what I do when I make my own questions, I just pause the video. So I pause the video kung saan ko po gustong ilagay yung aking questions para mas exact po yung ating mga exact po yung location ng ating questions. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything yet na merong other way to put our questions. So thank you po sa mga sumagot na they are using Google Classroom. So let us now go with integration of Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. So as I've been exploring this one, as I've been exploring Google Class, as I've been exploring Edpuzzle, to be honest, one of the easiest ways for us to work with Edpuzzle and integrate it in a learning management system is through the Google Classroom. So parang mas maganda yung partnership ng Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. But still, we can have partnership or we can have integration with other learning management systems. So Edpuzzle can have integrations with learning management systems. We can set up Edpuzzle so that your students can watch right from your LMS. So as an answer to the question of one of the teachers a while ago, yung tanong niya po, kailangan bang mag-set up ng Edpuzzle ng ating mga estudyante? Hindi na po kailangan mag-set up ng sariling Edpuzzle account ng ating mga estudyante kapag nai-integrate na po natin ang Edpuzzle sa ating mga LMS. So some, makita po natin, Edpuzzle could be integrated with Canvas, Moodle, Schoology, Blackboard, PowerSchool, and Blackboard. So these are the LMS na pwede pong mag-integrate ang ating Edpuzzle. But iba po pag integration with Google Classroom. Hindi po kailangan pumunta sa select LMS, but meron pong mas mabilis na paraan para i-integrate with Google Classroom. Kasi Edpuzzle loves Google Classroom. From zero to hero using Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. So ma'am, if your school once again is not in the list, you may do it manually. Just add your school po. So let's start with the integration. Then I will be monitoring the chat box as well, so that I can address some of the questions as we progress with our discussion.
Let's integrate your Edpuzzle account and Google Classroom. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to log in. Log in as a teacher. I will log in with my Google account. Now that we are in the page of the Edpuzzle, the next thing that we're going to do is to click My Classes. And from My Classes, you will see this plus sign. So click that, then click Connect LMS, and then click Google Classroom. And see to it that before you do this, before connecting your LMS, see to it that the class is already created in the Google Classroom. So the only thing that we're going to do is to click this box. And I am adding KTS demo class. Thus, for the grade level, you choose the grade levels that you are teaching in. And in this case, I am going to click this one. Then after that, the subject, I usually click math since I am a math teacher, but for this case, I will be choosing other. Once you are done clicking these two, import the class. And there you have it. You now have your KTS demo class from your Google Classroom, and it is now integrated in your Edpuzzle account.
So for Edpuzzle and Google Classroom, ganun lang po kadali ang pagse-set up natin sa pag-integrate natin. So from this, after this, pwede na po tayong mag-assign ng mga videos from Edpuzzle. Sagutin ko lang po yung ibang mga tanong kanina. For vSmart, I am not sure if there is an integration already. I haven't encountered any integration yet with vSmart. Similar with MS Teams, I haven't seen any integration yet with MS Teams. So what we can do, if we want to use Edpuzzle, then we can let our students join an open class instead of migrating it to integrating it with some of our learning management systems. Then I'm happy na nakita ko po dito, naka-edit na daw po ng video si Ma'am Fedelina Salcedo. Congrats, ma'am. Madali lang po ba, ma'am? Ma'am Marjorie, if you're using Schoology, then I can also try to assist you with this. Siguro you can send me a message with this because or if we still have time later, then we can work with your integration with Schoology. Thank you, Sir Lord, for the very good comment saying very comprehensive session, sarap manood. Thank you for enjoying, sir. Thank you, Ma'am Delia. Very informative and helpful. Pwede po ba 2 accounts? Yes, ma'am, you can use 2 accounts, but you can use one account at a time only. But yes, you can still use two accounts. But if you're going to use it as for your school, I suggest you use your DepEd domain account. Um, Ma'am Teresa, unfortunately, I don't know the price of the premium upgrade, but later at the end of this talk, Sir Franco will be letting us know, guiding us about the free premium upgrade. Yung referral code po, the referral code is if you sign up using the referral code, since it is a free account, you will be given, free accounts have limitations. So, konti lang po yung ating magagamit na uh, space sa ating videos. But if you have your referral code, then kapag ginamit nyo po yung referral code na binigay ko, you will be given +3 video lessons. And then, kayo po, pwede nyo na pong kunin yung referral code nyo once you were able to sign up and then give it to other teachers as well. So kapag nag-sign up po yung ibang teachers, then lalaki po yung ating space sa Edpuzzle. But again, Sir Franco will be letting us know about our premium account premium account upgrade later. So okay na po. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Evelyn. I also love Khan Academy, and I'm so happy that I found Khan Academy in the Edpuzzle community. For the videos, yung mga mag-e-edit daw po sa kanilang video using different platforms or sa kanilang devices, yes, sir, you may do that. But in integrating or annotating, it should be done in Edpuzzle. So pwede nyo naman pong i-edit yung video per se, but the annotations are to be done, should be done in Edpuzzle. So far, let's continue. Ma'am Tony, if it is from Edpuzzle, or if it is from YouTube, if we can use it through Edpuzzle kasi may partnership po ang Edpuzzle and YouTube. So we can work with that. Yes, Ma'am Fidelina, we don't need any other apps when we talk about editing and preparing our video lessons for our students. Napakadali pong gamitin ng Edpuzzle. Thank you very much for all the positive feedback. Sir John is saying enjoyable po siya gawin. Yes, sir, I agree. So let's continue po with this one.
Let's assign you videos from Edpuzzle to Google Classroom. So see to it that once you are logged in Edpuzzle, go to Content, and then you can choose different videos from the popular channels. You have Edpuzzle, YouTube, Khan Academy, among others. So this time I'm choosing YouTube. In YouTube, for example, I'd like to search for leadership. And you can now see a lot of videos about leadership. And I'd like to choose this first video that I have seen in here. Then you can directly assign this one for your students to watch, or if you want to ask questions from your students, then you may just choose something from the different versions of the video. So for this case, I have chosen the video of Pamela Luther, and I can edit the videos or I can edit the questions. So first one, these are the questions that Pamela has added. But in my case, for example, I'd like to add something else. So in the last part, you have this question, then you want to add another question. So from questions, what we can do is to add this one. For example, I want to add an open-ended question. So let's type our open-ended question. What can you say about leadership after watching the video? Then click Save. So you see now that there are two questions here. and your students will answer this question. Then after that, let's just click continue, then click finish. And then we can now click assign. And I will be assigning it in KTS demo class. Click assign. Now let me check my video after posting it in Google Classroom. Let's check it in KTS. So if you can see it immediately, just refresh. There we have it. We now have the Edpuzzle video that was posted a while ago. So your students can click this and they are already in the Edpuzzle video.
So their teachers, ganun po kamahal ng Edpuzzle ang Google Classroom. Napakadali po ng pag-integrate ng video at ng lesson sa Google Classroom. But mahal din naman po ng Edpuzzle ang ibang LMS, pero based on my experience and exploring integrating with Edpuzzle, it is so easy to use Google Classroom, integrate a lot of things with Edpuzzle and Google Classroom. But once you were able to set up your integrating your LMS with Edpuzzle, it is very easy already to work with these different types of videos that we have. So let me just check some questions if you have questions. Masyado pong advanced si Sir Joseph Educado. He said, done editing my third video lesson to be used this week in class with my college students. Third video na daw po habang nagdi-discuss tayo dito sa ating sa KTS. So good job, sir. Can I create a presentation using Edpuzzle like that of a Microsoft PowerPoint? Sir Arnaldo Legaspi, I will be addressing this concern later para mas meron pong part ng ating discussion para ma-address ito po. How I wish our instructors from Ifugao State University attended this session. Ma'am Lilibeth, I believe one of your instructors is with us. I'm not sure if she is your teacher. One of my former instructor, Dr. Galanco, is with us. She's watching. Shout out to Angelo Garcia, one of my friends from Xavier School. Yes, Ma'am Rona, thank you. Sana maging BFF mo na rin po ang Edpuzzle, and after this, sana po maging coach ka na din. You're welcome, Ma'am Cheryl. Hindi pa po tayo tapos. Magbibigay pa po tayo ng tips later. So, ituloy lang po natin to. So, connect your Google Classroom. Yung iba po, kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-add, kung hindi pa kayo nakakapag-set up, it is, if you're going to add class, you can just click Google Classroom, and then you'll be able to connect it with Google Classroom, provided that the subjects or the classes that you are going to connect are already made or created in Google Classroom. And then sa pag-a-assign ng post on Google Classroom, narito po yung way. See to it that you click as well prevent skipping. Para yung mga pinakita ko kanina when you have seen that locked, your video is locked, and your students cannot skip the video, then that is our best friend. Kung ayaw nating nag-i-skip ang mga students natin. So this is a way to sign up, assign, and post on Google Classroom, aside from the video presentation that I have seen a while ago, that I have shown a while ago. Let's continue. And your students will just click and watch and learn. So parang yung pinakita ko po kanina when I made the KTS, when I posted in KTS demo class. So yun po ang gagawin ng mga estudyante. They will just click and then pupunta sila they will be taken to the video, and then they will answer the questions that you have posted there. Or if you want to carry over the questions from the different versions of that video, then wala pong problem. Edpuzzle is a sharing and loving community because Sharing is caring. Let's continue. So, we sync grades to save your time as well. Ito po, ginagawa po ng Edpuzzle. Parang ito din yung pinakita ko kanina. So, if you see here, the grade of your students, you can sync it with Google Classroom. So, per student, for example, you have here Kelly, he didn't watch the video. Ben didn't watch the video, so their scores are 0. But Kylie got 58 and then Connor got 100. So makikita po natin agad in real time yung scores sa mga bata. So if we give them some time to watch once again, just take note, teacher, we are using technology. We are relying with the depending on the how fast your internet is or the internet of the student is. Wag naman po nating awayin agad yung student, for example si Kelly, kung hindi siya nakapag-start agad. So for example, 2 minutes na hindi ka pa nag-start. Wag naman pong ganon. Let's give them time. Minsan may buffer time din yung pag-connect kasi nakadepende po ito sa internet. We are using technology. But that's why I'm saying that we have to give extra time to our students. So for example, you give your video is 5 minutes. What I usually do in my class, kapag 5 minutes yung video, I give them 10 minutes. Kasi kailangan po nating bigyan sila ng allowance. Why? Once again, we want them to learn in their own pace. Next, just like what I've said a while ago, this is one of the most ambitious ways for us to take a look at Edpuzzle with the use of the SumR model. So just to give a brief introduction, when we talk about the SumR model, this is from Dr. Ruben Puentedura, and I'm not just sure if we are familiar with the SumR model already, but SumR model offers a lens for examining how technology is adapted in a classroom. In short, tama po ba yung paggamit natin ng technology? Nasa ang level na po ba tayo ng tamang paggamit ng technology sa ating klase? So when we talk about SumR model, we talk about substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. For my classmates from Advanced Infotech last sem, I believe nakita po natin to. Shout out to Professor Blando. So when we when we talk about this one, we say that substitution, as simple as the technology acts as a direct tool substitute with no functional change. So for example, when we are using PowerPoint, nilipat lang po natin yung ating chalkboard to PowerPoint. So that is substitution. But when we say that there is an improvement already with the lesson or our discussion in line with the use of the PowerPoint, then the students can interact with your PowerPoint. Depende po sa ating means kung paano natin mas maaayos yung pag-present ng PowerPoint, then that is an augmentation already. And based on the SumR model, this is an enhancement of our way of teaching in line with the SumR model. So how are we integrating technology? So usually in the previews, I thought ang galing-galing ko sa technology, ginagamit ko na maayos sa technology, maganda ang aking PowerPoint, okay na lahat, pero nasa augmentation level pa lang daw pala ako. And then, we work with modification and redefinition in line with transforming your use of technology in the classroom. Wherein in modification, technology allows for significant task redesign, and redefinition is on technology allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. Now, I said a while ago, we are going to talk about SumR model and Edpuzzle. Paano po natin magagawa ito? So always take a look first with Bloom's revised taxonomy. When we are substituting, we are in the level of remembering. We let our students remember. Kasi parang nagsulat din po tayo sa chalkboard. Augmentation will let our students understand and they can interact with the video or they can interact with your technological tool. For example, sa PowerPoint, when you give them time to solve or apply the lesson. Then when we talk about modification in line with Bloom's revised taxonomy, we have in modification and redefinition, nandito na po yung mas mataas na level or HOTS, higher order thinking skills. So how can we use Edpuzzle to work with the SUM-R model and in line with Bloom's revised taxonomy? So with Edpuzzle, students answer questions on a video rather than on a paper. So for example, you have a formative assessment, you have placed your questions in the video. So ito po yung ating pag sinagutan ng bata, it is on the level of substitution. But when we talk about augmentation, teachers can enhance the video they show in class by adding their own narration in the video to clarify concepts or highlight their points. So for example, sabi po natin kanina, if it is from a YouTube video, we cannot put in voiceover. Pero sa video na yon, what if meron tayong ibang article na gustong ipabasa sa bata? Then we can use note and then we can put that link. So instead of just letting your students answer your question, but if you want them to have a deeper understanding of the lesson, then we can add notes as a form of discussion. So mababasa at mababasa ng student yung information na gusto nating ibigay. So we are adding. We are not just asking questions, but we are giving them more information. Thank you, Sir Lord, for international level na ang sharing mo, sir. Thank you very much. Next, augmentation, modification. Students use Edpuzzle to add multiple choice and open-ended questions to a video from the teacher. Once they have created their own interactive videos, students can exchange their videos with their classmates, complete classmates' video quizzes, and provide feedback on the quality of their classmates' interactive videos. Di po ba mahilig tayo na minsan meron tayong time na gusto natin ng vlog from our students? So siguro this is a way for us to modify now the way we do things in class with the help of Edpuzzle. This time, hindi lang tayo ang nagbibigay ng questions sa ating students, but we give the power to the students to work on a video. Either you are the one who will let them do the video, or either you are the one who will provide a video, and then your students will add questions based from their understanding of that video, or you let your students take their own videos. Mahilig po ang ating mga estudyante na gumawa. They can express themselves as well. They know they can. At marami pong mga estudyante ngayon ang kayang-kayang gawin yan in 1 minute, explain everything in 1 minute thanks to TikTok, among others. Then let their classmates answer their questions from Edpuzzle. Then that is modifying the lesson. And finally, we want our students really to redefine learning. So students and teachers can now share their videos from Edpuzzle, the interactive videos with other people. Just like a while ago, it is part of the Edpuzzle community. And if you make your video public, then you can share the video to anyone who is part of the Edpuzzle community. Then you can get the data. If this is your own video, you can get the data. If other people will use your video, you can collect the data from this, and then you will get the understanding, the certain level of understanding of people based from your video. So once again, here is the summary of the SUM-R model that I have provided with the use of Edpuzzle. So we are getting a deep dive. So for example, we start with someone walking on the beach without the use of technology. Then we have someone started kayaking. Then someone uh, going to the deep dive. Parang red definition is going using the submarine already to explore the vastness of the ocean. That is, and we can do this with Edpuzzle. Let me show you how. Let me give you an example of how to use Edpuzzle with the SumR model.
So we were talking about modification and redefinition of education in line with the SumR model for technology integration. And we are focusing on the application and to the extent of creation for our students. That's why we are saying that Edpuzzle could lead to transforming education. So how are we going to do this? So let's go to Edpuzzle. In Edpuzzle, the first thing that we're going to do is to go to my content and then add content. And there's this button here which says student project. Click student project. And for example, I'd want to continue with the discussion that I had a while ago on leadership, this time focusing on servant leadership. Now, what is the goal? So find a video about servant leadership. Then instructions, a good video contains questions and notes. So the next thing that we're going to do is to click Save Project. Then you scroll down from my content, scroll down. So you will now see here servant leadership. This was the project that we just created a while ago. So let's click that and then click Assign. We're going to assign it to KTS demo class. Click Assign. Then post on Google Classroom. So once it was posted, let's go to KTS. Let's just refresh the page. Now you see here that we have posted a new assignment. And you know that this is now the video project that we want our students to do through Edpuzzle.
So teachers, that example could be for younger learners. So siguro depende din sa level of difficulty na gusto nating ibigay sa ating mga estudyante, and then depending on their capability already and the presence of technology with them. So other schools mas advanced sa technology, other schools medyo hindi masyadong advanced sa technology. So depende po yung level din ng paggamit natin ng Edpuzzle. So siguro for this kind of video, na you just ask your students to search, it is better for grade school. But your expectation for high school or college students, it is much higher than this one. So it is up to us po on how we're going to use Edpuzzle and explore Edpuzzle. That's why when I've been posting about this talk for tonight, or this afternoon rather, I've been saying, learn Edpuzzle with me. Kasi gusto ko pong matuto din kung paano gamitin ang Edpuzzle kasama kayo. So sana po, as you explore Edpuzzle, please keep the page in KTS alive. Keep on informing us on how you're using Edpuzzle. So for those who are giving positive feedbacks, thank you very much. So teachers, I hope that maganda po yung paggamit natin at pag-explore natin ng Edpuzzle. We're almost at the end of the lesson. So kanina gusto ko pong sagutin yung paano po kaya if I'm using PowerPoint. So PowerPoint, with the use of PowerPoint, with the use of Keynote, if you're using Keynote or Google Slides. So this is in line with substitution, just like what I've said a while ago. Nilipat po natin yung content, nilipat po natin yung video sa ating PowerPoint. Next, what if we add presentation, if we let our students present yung ginawa nilang video. So from substitution, yung estudyante natin ngayon ang gumawa ng presentation in substitution, and then we let our students present the video, and then they present their keynote or PowerPoint rather, or Google Slides, and then we let them ask questions. So nagkakaroon ng interaction. So tumaas yung level na ina-expect na natin from our students. It is now in the level of augmentation. Now, let's go a little bit higher. Let's go with the level of modification. So to answer the question of Sir a while ago, so yung mga video po na inyong napanood kanina, yung ginamit ko po sa pagre-record ng aking screen saka ng aking video, ginamit ko po, this one is Loom, L-O-O-M. So I used Loom. This is also a free app. Basta mag-register lang po tayo, it is free. Then, for others, marami pong ibang versions na pwede natin gamitin. Just search the internet. This is for Screencastify. We have Screen-O-Matic. Marami pong ibang ways kung paano tayo mag-record ng video while using the presentation. Tapos, instead of our students, kunwari, na asking questions while they are discussing in their presentation, we can ask them to annotate after recording their video. They can annotate in Edpuzzle so that they can share their outputs to their classmates after. So, ang ginagawa po natin, our students are thinking already. So, hindi lang sila nagbigay ng paper or nilipat yung idea sa PowerPoint, but instead, gumamit po sila ng higher level already. Yung Edpuzzle po, we have to record our own video, and then ilagay po natin yung video na yon from a PowerPoint to Edpuzzle. So hindi po tayo makakagawa mismo ng hindi po tayo makapag-show ng video presentation sa Edpuzzle. So ma'am, what you can do is you take a video of you presenting through PowerPoint, and then from that, you upload it in Edpuzzle. Then next, yung to the highest level sa SUM-R model on redefinition. So after all of these things, so what if we let our students put their Edpuzzle videos to the public? Just like what I have mentioned a while ago, this is now the time that they can gather data and analyze this data. So I believe magandang gamitin to sa mga nasa senior high school, grade 10, or ating mga university students. For example naman, another example po for science para hindi puro math ang sinasabi ko. So, for example, gusto lang po natin magkaroon ng look for climate change related video. So, usually, alam na po natin ito na kapag maghahanap muna ng video yung mga bata, this is for lower graders, so grade school or grade 7 and 8. Then, we let them edit and annotate through Edpuzzle. So, medyo humirap na po. Hindi lang sila maghahanap ng video, but gagamitin na nila yung power na ibibigay ng Edpuzzle sa kanila. Then next, after annotating and editing the video, they share their videos. For example, their classmates, they can watch the video together and answer those questions. They can read the notes given by the students in that video, and you can ask your class to synthesize the videos. So siguro group work ito, no? Pwede siyang group work. So 5 to 6 people siguro working together if they are on a younger age. Then part of their group activity is to synthesize everything. And then, siguro pwede nating sabihin na after gathering all of this, synthesizing the videos, they can make a video gallery. Because it says, for example, your performance task at the end is to showcase this one in a school event. So you see now that there is a progression. Hindi po tayo nag-limit lang sa pag-gather ng video, pag-answer ng questions, but it is a little bit more challenging than the usual thing that we are doing. And that is the beauty as well of our Edpuzzle and the SumR model. Finally, last example for with the use of SumR model in social science. So you ask your students to watch a YouTube video about different structures of the government. So just like what was mentioned a while ago, when you watch a video that is on the level of substitution, instead of you talking, it is the video talking. Next, we ask our students that after they watch the video, matapos silang manood, they will now develop a list of questions about the given topic. So hindi lang sila nanonood ng video, they are taking down notes and formulating questions as they watch the video. Next, we ask them from this video, they now embed their own questions and their own notes. And then they will use this one in Edpuzzle. Finally, the same thing that we're doing, this time, let us challenge our students to use the power of social media. So from Edpuzzle, they use their links from Edpuzzle, they share in Facebook, they share in Twitter, they share in Instagram, and that is redefining the idea of simply by redefining the idea of from substitution, from just watching a YouTube video, into these people now having the power to change or transform their line of thinking. So, teachers, do you have other questions, other clarifications po? So explore Edpuzzle. What I did is I also explored Edpuzzle. Nakita nyo naman yung journey ko. It didn't happen over time. Pinag-aralan po natin ang Edpuzzle. Marami po tayong oras din na ginugol para maintindihan paano mapalago yung ating idea ng paggamit ng Edpuzzle. So if you want, teachers, one way for us to validate our knowledge and understanding of Edpuzzle, I suggest to go to go.edpuzzle.com online PD. Pero makikita nyo din po ito sa inyong profile accounts. Sa profile ninyo, there is a link there on certification. Please be certified. Get certification as well. You can be an Edpuzzle coach, flipped learning teacher. You can work on Google Tools, tech integration, or learning PBL, among others, just to inspire you about the Edpuzzle and the things that you can use. So these are all the badges that I have earned from Edpuzzle. So it means that napag-aralan ko na po itong mga topics na to from Edpuzzle. And it is very useful. So I started, actually, how I became a coach, I was exploring Edpuzzle with Schoology, and then I got an invitation from Edpuzzle that I might want to join the training to become a coach. So I just click yes. Yes lang po tayo ng yes pagdating sa pag-aaral ng mga bagong technology. And then, after I became a coach, binalikan ko po yung level 1, level 2, how to integrate it in Google Classroom. Actually, pinag-aralan ko po ang pag-integrate sa Google Classroom para sa inyo dito sa Kaagapay Teacher Support. Kasi in my own case, we are using Schoology. So, ang sabi ko, I don't need this part. But to be honest, I really did it para mas matulungan po natin members ng Kaagapay Teacher Support. At pinangako ko po kay Sir Franco na pag-aaralan ko na mabuti para hindi naman po tayo mapahiya sa pag-share ng ating knowledge dito. So, nakakuha po ako ng badge. And then on tech integration hanggang sa isang araw in one sitting, we can, what I did for this one, I watched the videos mga 10 to 15 minutes every day hanggang sa natapos ko na po itong mga videos na ito. So finally, so meron na po daw nakagamit ng naka-integrate sa Google Classroom. You're welcome, Sir Albert, for the feedback. You're welcome, sir. Yes, Sir Mark, hindi na po talaga maboboring ang history class. Hindi na po sila matutulog kasi alam nila na every now and then meron silang kailangang sagutan. Yes, Ma'am Carmela, Edpuzzle is really very useful and very helpful to us teachers. Yes, I agree, Sir Joseph. It really takes practice, patience, and constant upskilling. Hindi po tayo dapat nagre-rely lang sa kung anong alam na natin. Let's go out, explore, let's play with Edpuzzle. So kung gusto natin na maglaro ang ating mga estudyante, palawigin ang kanilang nalalaman with the use of technology. So I believe one of the ways for us to do this is through Edpuzzle. Ma'am Marie, yes po, the PD trainings in Edpuzzle with badges, you can also get certificates for this one. They are free for teachers. You're welcome po, Sir Romel. If you have questions po, you may ask them as still. Kung meron pong hindi maliwanag, baka pwede po nating balikan. You're welcome, Ma'am Milagros. You're welcome, Sir Joseph. So I will now stop sharing because dito na po nagtatapos. So siguro before that, naghihintay po ng shout out yung aking pamangkin. Hello, Liam. Hello, Ken. Hello, Kay. Then sa ating mga mababait na kapitbahay, shout out din po. Sir Franco.
Sir Alwin, yan. Good evening, no?
Good
Sir
evening
Alwin,
po.
I hope that nakikita mo naman, no, sobrang ganda ng reactions ng ating audience, no? And I think, no, we can clearly see how good the session is, no? We have so far right now, we have live 300 live viewers at the moment, no, watching us all over the Philippines, okay? And Sir Alwin, before we continue with some questions, we'd like to invite a special guest with us no right now, okay, at the moment, okay? And we would like to welcome Miss Celia Alvarez from Edpuzzle.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks
Hello,
for having me today. I was just sneaking into your webinar. Thank you so much, Mr. Alwin, for presenting the platform today to all teachers in Philippines. I thought your presentation was amazing. And then Mr. Franco just invited me to say hi to all the teachers in Philippines. I hope you really enjoy Edpuzzle and the platform, and is a useful tool for all of you.
yeah. Yeah, thank you, Miss Celia. No, we're actually just awestruck by your presence right now in our live stream. We didn't expect because actually because I know how busy Miss Celia Alvarez is because of what all of the things that they're doing for Edpuzzle. Because it's not only the Philippines they have been serving, they've been serving Edpuzzle all over the world. No? So they're very very busy people. Okay, and actually in our conversation with Sir Alwin, we actually said no how great and excellent the support of Edpuzzle. If you have a question, they will have a reply right away. No? So that's how committed Edpuzzle is in helping us. And Miss Celia, I hope that you can run through our live chat later and you can see how appreciative the teachers are with
I
your
will.
program. Yes,
I
and
definitely will, Franco.
yes,
So,
and again, Miss Ella, thank you so much for the opportunity to provide our teachers with premium accounts. So teachers, for those who are not able to listen earlier, yes, we'll be giving you premium accounts, care of Edpuzzle, care of no as arranged with Miss Celia Alvarez. Now she's actually live from Barcelona right now. Am I correct?
yes, yes,
Yes.
morning here. I think it's late evening in the Philippines.
Yes, it's
Yes.
evening right now. It's 7 p.m. We usually have
Okay,
this training 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we're actually going to meet Miss Celia later for a post-webinar evaluation. So,
okay.
Miss Celia, we'll be seeing you later.
Okay, thank you so much
Yes.
for having me these 2 minutes and being able to say hello to all the teachers in Philippines. I really hope you enjoy the pro license. If you have any questions, you can reach out directly. I will be happy to help you all. Have a nice evening.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, muchas gracias.
I wish I could say thank you very much in Philippines. Excuse my my
It's
pure
okay.
knowledge of
It's okay,
Filipino.
Miss Celia. We're more than grateful. Your platform is already a gift for all. Okay, so many thanks, Miss Celia, and we'll see you later for our
Okay.
post-webinar
Bye
evaluation.
bye.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Yes, so what can we say about that? We have oh my God.
Sir
We have
Franco, kasi ka lumabas kanina before ako baka na-pressure ako lalo.
nakakaba. She was actually watching, so teachers now, you see how committed we are in Kaagapay Teacher Support. We're committed to connecting you to the world, no, to in a global stage, no. We want every Filipino teacher to be as globally competitive as any other teacher, no. We're not going to give up on that, no. We're going to assist you in so many ways. Yan. Okay, so teachers, Sir Alwin, siguro it's already overtime, teachers, no, but I hope we do give us more time, no, because Sir Alwin just really did no so much preparation for this, and you might have some questions still, no, for Sir Alwin. So please send us some questions. We'll entertain maybe 2 or 3 questions from you, um, for Sir Alwin to answer. Yeah. Although Sir Alvin right now, no, what they have are all thank you. Okay? Praises about how excellent your presentation is. How well you have presented. A very, very organized, sir, no? Sir Alvin, may I just comment, no? What I really like is actually the last part when you apply the SUM R model and the teachers can actually see exactly how can and they should apply Edpuzzle in technology integration. Okay? Kanina lang siguro gusto ko rin lang mag-comment, sir, kanina, no? Kasi merong isang question about the use of Edpuzzle for different grade levels. I think ipaki-correct na lang ako, Sir Alwin, no. I think Edpuzzle is good for any level. Okay, it doesn't really matter, no, kung anong level to teach, no. It's kasi the tool itself is open. You can actually it's sabi nga ni Sir Alwin kanina, it will the differences, no, in appropriateness of the tool for each grade level will depend on the materials you're going to use for Edpuzzle. Okay? At saka Sir
Yes, sir.
Alvin, napakaganda ng integration with Google Classroom. Sobra ako na-amaze. Sobrang
Ang
sabi ko parang,
ang ganda.
yes, ang dali na niyang gamitin. Okay. At Sir Alvin, no, speaking of which, sobrang daming updates ni Google Classroom for this coming year. So, hindi lang kayo, yung pag-integrate ni Edpuzzle, isa yan sa magiging mga part, no, ng wide use of Google Classroom. Sir, ito, question from Sir Christopher. Ito question to kanina pa, no? Kasi concern syempre nila, sir, connectivity. Does it take much data consumption to use Edpuzzle?
To be honest po, it is somewhat like watching a YouTube video as well. Kasi from YouTube din po yung paggagamitan natin, yung resource natin. So, but kung hindi ko pa po natatry talaga na kunin yung uh, uh, consumption ng videos ng Edpuzzle. Pero based on my understanding, since it is similar to a YouTube video, kasi nililipat mo yung YouTube video and then ine-edit at ina-annotate po natin para sa mga estudyante natin. So, the consumption is just like the students are watching a YouTube video.
Yes. And sir, siguro add natin 'no, teachers baka siyempre katulad din ba ng ibang videos, mabigat po talaga ang mga videos 'no. Okay, isa yan sa mga instructional materials that consume, heavy bandwidth 'no. Pero, ang maganda kasi teacher kay Edpuzzle, hindi siya naka-synchronous. Ibig sabihin, si student puwede siyang mag-intay ng maganda ang signal niya, nakapag-load na siya ng data niya, tsaka siya manonood kasi nga naka-asynchronous siya. Tama ba Sir Alwin 'no? Kasi the students can watch the video on their own pacing, 'di ba? So, hindi siya required na kailangan pupunta ka dito at specific time, tapos kailangan mong panoorin yung video, hindi siya gano'n. So, actually, that already resolved, yung low
Yes, sir.
bandwidth, inclusivity ng mga students natin. Yan, ang dami na sir. Actually, nakakahanga ano kasi Sir Alwin, ano pa lang, nagdi-discuss ka pa lang, ang dami ng gumagawa ng mga videos. So, ang dami ng gumawa ng videos. Sobrang galing ng
Kaya
mga
nga, sir,
teachers natin.
midway pa lang ng discussion, marami nang nag-explore ng Edpuzzle talaga. So,
Yes.
nakaka-proud.
Yan, ito Sir
Pwede
Alwin from
po,
Miss, Enelita Villanueva. Puwede po bang mag-change ng school?
yes ma'am, pwede po. Just go to change school sa yung sa niyo po, profile. Tapos punta po kayo sa school. So change the school, pwede po. Hindi po limited sa isang part lang.
Yan. So, maraming salamat. Sir Alwin 'no, gusto nating mag-apologize kay, Sir Jet Tregua. Gutom na daw po si Sir Jet Tregua. Pasensya na po kayo teachers 'no. Kasi, we put this schedule 'no on this time kasi alam po namin mas available po tayo during this time. So, pasensya na po if we went overtime. Okay, so Sir Alwin, siguro po wala nang masyadong questions kasi sobrang comprehensive din ng inyong discussion 'no. But before we end this discussion siguro and before we bid goodbye to you, sir, no, we'd like to first present to you our certificate of recognition. Okay? Yan. Okay, so this certificate of recognition is awarded to Mr. Alwin S. Reclosado for sharing his expertise and for his contribution as a guest speaker in the recently concluded training entitled Creating Interactive Videos Using Edpuzzle, awarded on Feb 18, 2021, signed by yours truly and my co-administrators, Mr. Jambi Santos and Sir Angelo Malyari. Again, Sir Alwin, we can't thank you enough. And I think we will see you again on Saturday. And we will see you again soon in Kaagapay Teacher Support. No? Sir, teachers, hindi po ito yung last time, no? Because nakita niyo po kung gaano kagaling si Sir Alwin. We'll definitely ask Sir Alwin again. Kapag syempre busy rin si Sir Alwin, no? We will find the time to invite Sir Alwin once again. Yan. Okay. So, Sir Alwin, maraming salamat po. No? Magpapaalam na po kami sa inyo as we
Yes, sir.
give final reminders to our teachers no, for tonight. Okay.
Thank you very much for the certificate. Thank you very much po, teachers. Sana may natutunan po tayo. And let us still learn and continue learning and exploring Edpuzzle together. Thank you very much po. Bye.
Yan, maraming salamat po Sir Alwin. Now, teachers, while we're at it na teachers, I will now be showing you where we're gonna get premium, okay? So please copy the link, okay? Okay. So teachers, I'm now showing you the link. No, this is the landing page. Okay, for all of you to get your premium upgrade. Okay, so but again, teachers, it requires that you already have a Edpuzzle account. Okay, so punta lang po kayo dito, teachers, sa bit.ly KTS upgrade. Okay, and you will get your premium accounts. Kaya lang, teachers, no, disclaimer lang kasi syempre hindi naman to forever no na free. Itong premium account na binigay ni Edpuzzle is kasi nag-e-end sila by school year eh, okay? And ang binigay nilang school year sa atin ay up to July 2021. Okay, so yun po yung ending ng premium account. Pero at least sana po teachers no, magamit niyo siya pa rin okay, kahit po hanggang July 2021 lang yung premium account. Pero even if mag-expire po ang inyong premium account, teachers, you will still be able to use Edpuzzle no dun sa kanilang free account Yun nga lang, may limitation yung number of videos na pwede mong i-download at pwede mo mong i-edit. Yan. Thank you, Miss Rita. Gusto ko yung segue ni Miss Rita no, sa kanyang comment. Maraming salamat, Miss Rita. Okay, so teachers, I'll give you some time to copy, to access the link right now. Let me also send that to our live chat, no, for easy access. So you can just simply click it. Teachers, help me comment this or replicate the comment para the rest of our members could actually access. No, teachers, can you please comment if you're able to access this landing page? Okay? Para po alam ko kapag may problema. Okay? Pag may problema, gagawan ko po agad ng solusyon. Ano? Okay? And while we're at it, teachers, no, habang nag-upgrade po kayo ng mga accounts niyo, teachers, reminder, okay? Kapag nag-upgrade po kayo ng account at ang ginamit niyo pong email ay ang inyong school account, lahat po ng teachers dun sa school na yon are automatically upgraded. Okay? So, hindi na po kailangan mag-upgrade ng ibang teachers ha, teachers. Yung mga co-teachers niyo po, kayo na po ang mag-upgrade para sa kanila. Okay? So, pag na-upgrade yun na teachers yung account nyo, nakapag-request na kayo ng upgrade from Edpuzzle, it will take 48 hours. Wag po tayo magmadali madami po silang pina-process. 48 hours for the upgrade to get in. Once you are upgraded, you can now post into your GCs, in your Facebook, send to your emails to your co-teachers, even in your to your school administrators that your entire school has been upgraded to Edpuzzle through you. Okay? So kayo po, okay? Kayo po ang magiging susi ng upgrade ng mga teachers ng school ninyo teachers, no. Yan. Okay? Okay, teachers, wag din pong mag-alala, no. We will be again, you can always review this video para po makita itong link natin na to. Okay? We will not post this anywhere, teachers, no, para po ito lang po, no, para po exclusive sa inyo mga nandito po sa ating video right now. Okay? So teachers, I'll give you some time. Can I give you last 2 minutes to access our landing page? Okay? Yes po, Miss Say Ayuzawa. Okay, we will have a certificate. I'll be showing the evaluation link after this. Okay, in 2 minutes. Okay? Now teachers, habang po tayo ay nag-upgrade, no, gusto ko lang po kayo inform. Number 1, as requested in the live chat earlier, 2 sessions have been in a way not yet designed, no, but we're also going to give 2 other sessions based on your suggestions in the live chat. 1, we're going to invite a DepEd official, okay, to orient us about expectations, standards, and preparations for the upcoming online classes observations. Okay? Second, teachers, magkakaroon din po tayo ng session on using screen recording applications. No? So lahat po ng mga screen recording applications na pwede nyo pong gamitin, magkakaroon din po tayo ng session for that. Okay? Sir Christopher, we will try our best, no, to do that. But for now, let's just enjoy the Edpuzzle up to July 2021, and that's we're gonna see about it if they're going to extend. Yan, teachers, ingat po tayo, no. According to Sir Louie Corrada, malakas po ang ulan dahil sa bagyo. Okay? Si Auring, okay? Bagyong Auring. Yan. Welcome po, Teacher Tony Ramos. Welcome po, teachers, no? Always we are always listening to your request. Kayo po lagi ang inaalala namin sa kung ano man po ang mga pangangailangan niyo. So always let us know, no? Our page is open. Teachers, please do subscribe, no, to my YouTube channel para nano-notify po kayo. Click the notification bell para you will never miss the live sessions or live streams natin. Okay? Yan. Thank you. Maraming salamat po, teachers. Okay? Teachers, last 30 seconds before I show your evaluation link. Yan, Sir Christopher, we appreciate that po, no? Yan. Yeah, marami na po napag-confirm, no? Congratulations and good luck sa paggamit ng premium account from Edpuzzle. Miss Vianney, free naman po siya, Miss Vianney. Okay? kahit po hindi kayo naka-premium, may limitation lang po to 20 videos. So gagawin lang yung teachers, after nyo pagtapos nyo ng gamitin, i-ano nyo lang, erase nyo lang para magkaroon ulit kayo ng space. Sir Louie, wag niyo po nating pansinin ang hairdo ko, no? Mahaba na po ang aking buhok. Kayo talaga teachers ko ano mga pinapansin niyo. Si Miss Rita kanina, yung weight ko yung pinapansin. Ngayon, Sir Louie, yung buhok ko naman. Nako-conscious na ako sa inyo, teachers. Okay, teachers. Maraming salamat po, teachers. Now, up to your evaluation now, teachers. Okay? So here's your evaluation. You may now evaluate teachers this webinar. Okay? This will be the basis of your certificates for attending this webinar, teachers. Okay? Okay, so teachers, let me know before I log out from the stream. Let me know if the link works for your evaluation. Nako, Sir Mark, maraming salamat. Yan. Kaibigan ko na sa Facebook si Sir Mark Grueso. Thank you po, Teacher Tony Ramos. Yes, indeed, no. I agree, Sir Christopher. Yes po, working. So teachers, magandang gabi. Have a nice evening. Enjoy your dinner. I will hope to see you on Saturday as we have our lightning talks though. We'll be having 9 speakers on Saturday sharing their experiences in distance learning. Let's all learn from each other because that's the best measure no of our experiences and learning from the shift to distance learning. So magandang gabi teachers and have a nice evening. Maraming salamat for being with us here at Kaagapay Teacher Support.
Hi, sir.